Hey Stephen, how you doing? Thank you so much for your submission here and for this writing. This is good. It's so important for a designer to be able to describe their rationale as well as their conceptual development and really give reason behind the decisions that they've made. It's very important for designers to possess those qualities because in your design career you're going to be asked to rationalize your decisions throughout your entire career, whether it be to your art director, your creative director, or directly to a client. So this is good. I was pleased to read this. Good job. Let's jump right to the ad, the banner ad. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look. Now, a couple of things. I think it's a good ad. You got the idea, right? You definitely you've got the mechanics down. Animations work. Everything looks great. However, there are some things I would recommend in this ad to really to increase the harmony of the page itself, the mechanics of the ad itself. So a couple of things. The first, and I think the most noticeable thing, is that masked image from assignment 2-1. It was the woman. You had changed it once, but the masked image is required to be in this banner. So somehow you're going to have to fit that masked image in the banner. Now, quite often what students do is they get to this juncture in the assignment and they realize and they say, okay, all right, so this masked image worked in my magazine ad, but it's not going to work in my banner. In that case, feel free to either recompose the magazine ad, adding a different masked image that will fit more suitably in this ad right here, or the other option is to just add the masked image here somewhere. And you know, when it comes down to it, when you're preparing this for your student portfolio, when that time comes, there's no reason you have to feel like you have to leave that in there. But for this assignment, it is required, and that's important. Okay, so masked image. All right, now as far as page mechanics go, I think the logo right here is really distracting. You've got this gorgeous background image, but almost a quarter of it is covered with the logo. I think the logo is really too large, and I think it should be placed more in an area of exit strategy than front and center like this. When I say exit strategy, keep in mind we look at compositions, whether they're ads, articles, journals, whatever the situation is. We look at them. We start up here, upper left, and we exit lower right. The reason we do that is because we're used to reading left to right, top to bottom, right? So we naturally enter a page here. We naturally exit a page here. This is a great exit strategy to place a logo because it reinforces the branding as the viewer theoretically exits the composition. So I would reduce the size of this. Watch my cursor, something like this. It doesn't have to be any bigger than that. It really doesn't. If you have visibility issues with this particular logo, then go ahead and use a different logo, but just about that big, right down there in that lower right-hand corner. That's going to open up some of this area here for your type, and you can remove your type and place it right up here. Now, if you take a look at the project requirements, the rubric specifically for the web banner ad, it indicates, and it's kind of hidden, so not everyone catches it, but it indicates that the only thing that should be animated is the call to action. So your headline and subhead really should be static, okay? Also, don't forget your type requirements. Arial bold for headlines, Arial bold italic for subheads, and Arial regular for body copy. So what I would recommend is this. I would say, oh, see that URL there that appears right at the end of that text animation right there? You don't need that. You don't need that in a web banner, and the reason being is because most web viewers understand that if you click on a banner on a web page, an advertising banner, it's going to take you to the site where all pertinent information is readily available. So you don't need the URL there. However, I would include the location somewhere, U.S. Virgin Islands, somewhere for reference that the viewer will understand and appreciate the location of the actual client. Okay, so what I would do is this. I would take this sit back, relax, and save, and I would place it up here. Leave it static. Don't animate it. Then, underneath that, you can animate in 50% off first, and then the sale dates. Okay, so again, in summary, what we're going to do is we're going to add the image from 2-1, the masked image. reduce the size of the logo, lower right-hand corner, lower left-hand corner, U.S. Virgin Islands. Then right up here, you may have to change the color of your type depending on how the visibility works up here. But static, sit back, relax, and save, and then animate in the text that says 50% off first, then 25%, and then the sale dates. Okay, and you can compose the type. I think it would really be create some good page harmony if the type were right here, left aligned. Okay, in alignment with U.S. Virgin Islands, and then right aligned over here, or on the right side, you just have your logo, and then don't forget that masked image from assignment 2-1. Okay, and those would be my recommendations. If you have any questions at all, please let me know. I'll be glad to clarify. And if there's anything you want to run by me between now and the time that you're ready to submit your final work, please do so, and I'll be glad to provide further comments and critiques. Okay, good job. Thank you very much.